No, this is will be our question. All people will ask the same question. There is ways to get more natural in the environment. If you think every day you come to this coffee shop and there's a photographer sitting at that corner with the camera. Every day she is sitting there and one day he's sitting shooting some photographs, one day he's shooting more and more, and one day he shoots your photograph. You are not get annoyed or you are not get disturbed because you know this guy is there and he's shooting photographs for a long time. It's very natural.
If it's the same people that come over and over.
No, but usually when you go to a coffee shop, even on the streets, people are always same. I mean, if you go to thing like this, if you go to the Pine Avenue every day at between 12 o'clock to 1 p.m. and so you sit the same coffee shop, like 60-70% of the people you see mostly the same. Because people have routines. People go outside at the same time. People are go shopping at the same days. People are have routines.
But they still start, as soon as you photographing, they still start to pose.
No, they will not.
My secret is like, I try to take a photo, that's why the Nokia, that nobody even knows. I can sit like you sit here, I sit here, you wouldn't even notice that I took a photo.
Yeah, but don't think you disturb the privacy of the other people?
A little bit, but it's for a good reason. And
What's the good reason?
art.
What art we are talking about? What's the art? I mean, there's too much questions about it, okay? But on the other hand, for example, Thomas... fuck it. Thomas... okay, you can cut this part.
Okay.
Thomas shooting for us, and both of them not get disturbed. We are still arguing the same way. We are arguing normally. We are not posing to talk. No, it's not being professional. We just get used to this guy has the camera or phone, or whenever you shoot something, we have just get used to our camera or phone in our hand. So it's not something disturb us because it's very natural, it's very normal. We are not posing anymore. We are forgetting the cameras. I mean, do you think that people always posing the cameras they see on the streets
But sometimes
when they go into
some people are
malls?
very shy. As soon as they see camera pointing on them, they get very uncomfy. They get they close up, and this is not the photo I want to take. I want to take the photo. It's not a natural way,
Okay, but I mean, come on, Marian, there are 70 billion people around the world. Okay? I mean, and if you can't shoot someone, it will be not the end of the world or it will not be end of the art. You are not losing too much. And when the people get used to it, this is how we shoot at art walks. You know, when we go to art walks, we have 5 photographers together. Everybody is taking photographs, and people are just see lots of photographs together, so it becomes normal. They're not posing you; they're just going and take them, or even they are posing you willingly. They are not running away from the cameras. You are here less problems. But if someone go to the street, put the lens on my face and put the flash on my face, I will fuck it. Because it's not the right way to do this. I mean, you cannot just take my photograph and run away, you know. I will run after you.
That's why I have to be discreet. That you.
You cannot be discreet that much. I mean, at the end, people can see you. People are not stupid, and people years and years I learned that people has a very kind of feeling that if someone's trying to shoot them, they understand at some point. They feel it.
That's the risk of our work. There's ways. I mean, the more you do it, the better you get, and people start not noticing it.
Yeah, but the main idea is not noticing. The main idea is okay. Shooting photographs on the street is not more different than shooting lions at the savannah. Okay, if you go with your camera to the lion directly, they will bite you. But if you stay there like 10 days with your camera not moving toward them, they get used to you. They don't care with you. And then you can shoot them any way you want.
That's true. That's a good example.
Okay, it's a patience. Just be there, be the part of the environment, and then you don't need to make anything secretly. You can make it open and nobody will care.
But what about, I'm always in different environments. I'm in Europe, I'm here, I'm in Bangkok, Phuket, Thailand, everywhere. I cannot stay. That's my problem. I cannot stay in one area for long.
I'm not talking about staying in an area about 2 years. I'm just staying in an area like 10 days, 5 days. Going to same cafeteria for 5 days. If you go to portfolio every 5 days and put this camera on your desk, okay, and to occasionally take the camera, shoot this, shoot that, shoot this one, and put it down. People notice it, but they don't care too much because we are making it too casual. Afterwards, they do.
You blend in time. You blend in with.
the camouflage.
That's actually what our friend did. He's a photographer too. He spent it Viento de Agua, like a week. And he was photographing those people that drink and work there on the laptops.
Unless your interest is to record reaction of people, you know, being scared of you
It's very
taking
easy.
picture.
No, if you want to do that, it's very easy too. You just take a flash and just
Yeah.
shut and place it on my little and take the photograph.
They put the flash in our
No, I mean,
remote flash.
I'm not saying that, but basically, street photograph is being in the street, being the part of the what's happening there.
Living it, yeah.
And when you are
Yeah.
200, 300 millimeter and you are shooting from the across of the street, you are not there. You are not knowing what's going on there. You are just vandalizing their privacy from far. And it's not different than when you are saying no, watching cameras around the city for people privacy. It's the same thing. You are doing the same thing. So
Look at those guys.
Yeah, it's very,
shooting for a short movie.
you know, it's a interesting topic we came on because
Everybody
like,
has his own approach. That's why we are different. We create different photos and different angles. And it's
No,
all about-
I'm not talking about the personal choices. I'm talking about the general ethics.
everyone has own or doesn't have any.
I had a friend.
No,
I had a friend
No,
who
but
didn't
I
have any.
there are some outlines for travel photographs. I mean, for example, for a documentary stuff, removing the subject from the scene or adding some subject to the scene is unacceptable. It's documentary process. You are documenting some place. For example, for an architectural photograph, you need to show the place as much as realistic as it is. You shouldn't show it too bigger than it is or too smaller than it is. For
Added the perception.
The idea is to be accurate about it.
Try to
The
be
most
accurate as much as possible.
yeah.
But for advertising photograph, you can play everything. You can play with the color, food, goods, everything. It's advertisement, it's name on it. So it's really, really depends which type of photography you are talking about. If you are talking about street photography and documentary type photography,
Different things.
then you shouldn't be hiding. You are not a private detective for watching this criminal, something like this. I mean, you should be open. You are not making any crime. You are not making anything bad. So why you need to be secret?
Yeah, because I
If
don't,
people
want,
are stupid, then you need to train the people. It's part of your job.
I don't want those people to pose.
No, they will not pose that.
Adrian, what are your favorite photography assignments, or what do you like to photograph?
I already have the answer, and you have the screen here. I could read your mind too.
But that's boring.
Guys, what I'm thinking is
Women
we
are
should
boring.
really start to move out because people are starting
Okay.
to go and we cannot find a place.
Okay, we were talking with Tuna and Adrian.
For me, are women never boring. They're always a little bit different. They dress a little bit different. They smell different.
Okay, so-
well, you cannot on the photos. You cannot tell.